Right. Thank you for staying with us on the Joy News Prime. Time now for the sport. I'm Gary Al Smith. In the Premier League, it's a serious time for a lot of the clubs as Chelsea are chasing a Champions League spot. The team they are playing against are fighting for their lives so that they will not be relegated. This is how it's going down. It's Huddersfield and Chelsea. Huddersfield got the first goal, but a very fortuitous goal for Chelsea ensured that it's 1-1. And with 89 minutes gone, they are getting closer. Don't forget, like I told you yesterday, Huddersfield just need 1 point to survive in the Premier League. And after playing Chelsea, they play Arsenal next as well. So there are other games that are ongoing. Tottenham Hotspur are also leading 1-0, courtesy of goal from Harry Kane against Newcastle. What does it mean for Swansea? Because we are concerned about the Ghanaian interest. Chelsea versus Huddersfield, that is, they are clapping their hands and hoping for the best. Right, so as it stands, if Chelsea win, Huddersfield, Swansea will be relegated. And also, if Huddersfield draw or win this game, Swansea will still be relegated. Not looking good at all for the Ghanaians. Right, today is May 9. And May 9 brings us to the memories of 2001 when 127 lives were lost here in Accra at the National Sports Stadium. Isaac Isiama, the sports minister, paid his respects to the victims of the disaster as the country marks 17 years of this inauspicious event.
They say his wounds, but on this occasion, although 7 years have passed, we will still feel the freshness of the pain, shame and guilt. It is for this reason that, on behalf of the government and people of Ghana, I express our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families and friends who lost their dear loved. We believe that we are all resting here today to have a sorrow reflection. We are here today to remember what happened on that day. And we are here today to pray that never again should Ghana go through such experience, very bad experience. We pray and hope that those departed souls are resting in the bosom of their Maker. While sympathizing with the families and remembering our departed souls, let us resolve to say, and say it with a loud voice, may I never again.
Never again, he says. And there were representatives of the sports ministry, from the media, from the families of the people who died, and also from the Ghana Football Association. And speaking of the GFA, next year, like we've said for a couple of months now, is the much-awaited elections. In the past 3 weeks, we have spoken about George Afriyie, who was being sacked by his boss, Kwesi Nyantakyi, as a vice president. Nyantakyi himself has also been under scrutiny for not declaring his vision, especially by top administrators and journalists. It seems that there's another name that has been thrown in the hat. Nana Yaw Amponsah is outlining his vision in the upcoming polls.
My short-term goals are to implement reforms, to sanitize the game, and also to have the game work on some cardinal principles, such as the legal aspect of the game, set the commercial aspect of the game, and separate the powers in terms of the FA and the league to make sure that the juvenile game is rejuvenized and to ensure that we have a clear roadmap toward development of the game. I want all football people to sit together to plan the next 20 years, what we want to do, agree on a policy document so that whoever comes after me will be able to follow suit. I have said I don't want to be president more than 8 years. I want us to adopt that cap. So when we have a policy document, And you are sure that whatever foundations you are laying, whoever comes will continue with that foundation.
In more football politics, next month by now, the world will be waiting for the announcement for who will be the host of the 2026 World Cup. As you know, the two bidding nations are, or the two bidding factions are, one, Morocco, and also the joint bid from Mexico, Canada, and the United States. The bidding nations have gathered in Brussels, capital of Belgium, for the 81st Press Association Congress.
The FIFA World Cup bidding nations for 2026 are in Brussels to try to win support for their bids at the 81st International Sports Press Association Congress. Morocco is up against the joint bid from the United States, Mexico and Canada, with a vote to be held next month in Moscow on who will host the 2026 World Cup.
Morocco's location is, according to our calculations, within a time zone -3+3 that allows about 60% of the qualified teams in 2026 to be on that same time zone, including the entire African continent, European continent, and part of the Middle East. And you have to remember that the World Cup revenues, more than 2/3 of those revenues come from the TV rights.
The same cannot be said of the United 2026 bid, spread across 3 vast North American countries. However, they already have the facilities in place to host the event.
Because our stadiums are already built and operating, we can be certain that they will have a guaranteed use after 2026. They will not be costly by elephants that burden any local economies in our countries.
The vote will take place at the FIFA Congress in Moscow on June the 13th.
Going back to that GFA story, I declined to mention that Nanaya Amponsa is one of the bosses at lower division club Far Rangers, and he's going on that ticket to be able to contest against Kwesi Nyantakyi or whoever wants to go for that elections, if they so declare their wish. We finish with tennis, and the 2018 Madrid Open is still on. Rafael Nadal has defeated Gael Monfils 6-3, 6-1 to advance to the second round.
Gael Monfils went into the second round Madrid Open encounter hoping to pull off a major upset. He was looking to claim a rare victory over first seed Rafael Nadal when they did battle on Wednesday afternoon. The world number 1 has dominated the Frenchman throughout their 13-year history, leading their head-to-heads 13-2, making Monfils the clear underdog. The golf in class was clear from the onset as the Spaniard took the first 3 games on the spin. The Frenchman showed some fight as things went on, but Nadal was in control throughout, taking the first set 6-3. The Spaniard barely broke a sweat in the second as Monfils tried to turn things around. Ultimately, he was second best throughout, highlighted by Nadal's finish, winning 4 games in a row to show his dominance. A straight sets victory for the scintillating Spaniard, who just can't seem to be stopped at the moment. Novak Djokovic has been on a quest to regain his position at the top of the tennis ranks all year long, to mixed results. He met young gun Kyle Edmund in the second round of the Madrid Open, looking for a morale-boosting victory. He knew that he was going to be in for a tough time after the very first game, where Edmund claimed the break points. Though the Serb broke back in the very next game, the Joburg-born Brit maintained his game plan.
Right, so we finish with an update on the Premier League. Let's see what's going down. So, Huddersfield, you can see they are very, very happy. Chelsea, not so much so, because their European aspirations were predicated on 3 points. They needed that's Sir Patrick Stewart, who usually plays Magneto in the series, the Wolverine series and all that. Chelsea and Huddersfield, 1-1. Huddersfield are through. Chelsea, well, join us on the football show